Good day and welcome back. Well, I've been having internet issues, aka I do not have internet right now. Thanks for that, Rogers. And since I don't have internet, I think it's time to build a kit. So this here is a function generator. This would be the second function generator I own. This one was from Alice. It was only a few dollars, which is great. It's in kit form, which is also great, and it's based around the ICL 8038 CCPD chip. So that would be this guy. I wish I had a socket to put it in, but I really don't. This is what the layout of the board looks like. So it looks like we have positive, negative. We have a sine wave, we have a sawtooth wave, and we have a square wave. And then the ground, I guess that's a digital ground. Nope, it's just a ground. If you look at this pad, it is connected to the ground plane. So yeah, coarse adjuster, fine adjuster. Ooh, the fine adjuster is going to be one of these pots. I'm not 100% sure which way around it goes. I'm guessing it goes like this because that line maybe delineates the screw terminal. But yeah, so I figured we'd do this kit. Shouldn't take too long. Maybe we'll pop out the oscilloscope after and see how well it works. Let's see if I can manage to put all the components in the correct direction. So we have a couple of resistors here. 33K, 33K, 10K, 10K, 200 ohm. Oh, another 10K there. So to have one, two, how many? Three? I thought I had three 10Ks. 1, 2, 3. Three 10Ks. So 10K will be something like brown, black, and with a, it should be brown, black, with a, let's see, brown, black, it's 100, 2 zeros, red. Brown, black, red. I think that's it. Or is that red? That's 2. Brown, black, red. Oh, this guy. There's brown, black, red. And it looks like a brown 1%. That makes sense. Should probably meter this. But here's two of the exactly the same. So I'm going to give it a shot. Again, I don't really know my resistor colors by heart. I do have a chart near me that I refer to. This is the leads, 10K, 10K. I'm going to try to do this without putting any of the resistors on a multimeter. And if you are NFG with a desoldering method, yeah, I bent the leads on that one. It's okay. If you're no good with a desoldering method, this is probably not a good idea. Brown, black, red. Yeah, that looks good. Another 10K here. I don't know if any of this is in focus for you guys. There we go. Okay. Now we need a 33K. 3 is orange. So we're looking for orange, black. Orange, black with a red multiplier. Orange, black, red with the brown. So these would be the 33K. So 2 of those. 3 of those. I'm wondering why there's 4. That's all right. 2 and 3. Hold this like this. Bend these down. Slowly learning the resistor color codes, but I don't know them by heart. Honestly, you don't need to know them. This is the old way of teaching. We had to learn things by heart. I think the new way is, as long as you can figure it out, I think you're good. I do know that there is an advantage. I do understand there's an advantage to knowing them by heart. But really the most reliable method would be to test them, the multimeter anyways. And in fact, most of these kits, the ones that come with instructions, they tell you to meter your components before inserting them anyways. So, I don't know. Oh, is this a fourth 33K? 33K, 33K, 33K here, and yeah, there is 4. There we go. So there's a need for the 4th one. So it's the 10K I have too many of. There we go. And we can put the diode in. Now, I only have one diode, so I'm guessing it's going to be this one. Right, and you've got the band here. Band goes this way. There we go. And I forgot to warm up my soldering iron, so I will warm it up and bring you guys back then. Soldering iron nice and warm now, but I'm actually going to put some blue tack down, some white blue tack. And today, as always, we'll be using 6337, sorry, lead solder. No scary stuff about lead solder. It's just don't lick your fingers while you're using it. And in fact, that should also not be the end of the world. It is a cumulative exposure poison, but not so much in its metallic form. Be careful. Don't eat the stuff. Wash your hands before you eat. Simple little tricks where you'll live a normal, long life, even with lead solder exposure. If you're good with the lead-free stuff, go nuts. If you want to practice with the lead-free stuff, these little kits are perfect. They're a little bit more trouble to get right than I care for. I was always wondering how come at work I could solder like the best of them, but at home I couldn't. And then I realized we used lead solder at work. I switched all my stuff at home, and now, I mean, I'm no pro, but it goes pretty well. Okay, that's done. Just need to snip these. My flush cutters are elsewhere at the moment, so I'm just going to use the regular diagonal cutters. They're cut with the diagonal cutters. Good to go. So let's flip this around. Whoops, that that resistor went for a walk. Okay, I'm just going to press on it with my finger and heat up the leads. I did malform one of the leads. but it shouldn't be a problem. There we go, and again with the diagonals. There we go. That's nice. Gonna grab another fairly low profile chip, and it'll be this part here. Line up pin 1 over here, and take a little bit of a wiggle to get in. There we go. My tack. One, two, and now I can just do all the rest. Done. Alright, what's next? So again, continuing the low profile components. And there's no reason. You don't have to do low profile components first. I just far prefer it like that. So the duty cycle, oh, this is a little bit warm. Hopefully I didn't overheat those pins. The duty cycle 203, and the dist, don't know what dist means, 100K. So there's the 203. There we go. And then the 104. That's 104 there. There we go, those two are in, they hold themselves in. A few capacitors, there's a 102. There's a 103, so 102, 103 there. And this one here is a 104, goes there. That's another 104, and it goes there. So I'll put the 104 in. Like that. The other 104. Like that. And again, I think none of these are polarized. These are ceramic disc. I'm not sure what kind of capacitors these are. They do look like ceramic capacitors. So 103. Yeah, 103. Over here, do not look polarized. And 102. Might as well do this last capacitor here. So negative is the band, so the band will go on this side. Spread the legs on that. Oh, I missed a resistor. A 200 ohm. I don't think I have a 200 ohm. What would this be? So I know the brown is the tolerance band, and you got red, black, black, black. So it's 200 times 1. This is the 200 ohm. Why did I think there was another 10K? I'll put that one in. Okay, latch that up here. Check the time on the recording, still good. This solder might be a bit too thick for this job. That's okay. Do it anyway. I have thinner solder, but I don't like it as much. There's not enough, so this the yellow kind of label solder. The other one is this kind of bluish solder, and I find there's not enough flux in that one. A lot more flux in this one, and that's a problem because I think I have one more roll of this and then I have to go looking for more. Kind of having a dispute with eBay right now too. These two. That's a ground plane. Oh yeah, and I should also do the potentiometers. There we go. Well, this little kit's coming together pretty quickly. Alright, so there's a switch. That guy goes in there. That switch will not stay in place, unfortunately. Grab a little piece of blue tack. Try to hold that switch in place. Now, the outer pins here are the casing, so they're going to require a lot of heat. Maybe I'll just start with the inner pins then. Very fine pitch here. That's alright. Oh, that pin's cold. Come on. Well, the casing's still a little warm. Let me heat that up. Oh, not enough solder in there. Not too bad, just going to inspect. Yeah, a little low on solder, but I think it'll work. So that's done. Pull this off. And this tack got really hot. That's okay. Just kind of stick it like that. Good to go. So we've got an LED, diode 2, and on a LED The anvil, the bigger part, is usually negative, so we'll put, and long leg is usually positive. This is a tiny little LED. Usually that square is positive. Let me just double check this. No, they're showing it as this way. Okay, get the big potentiometer on there. Has nice, has these locking pins here that are supposed to fit in these big holes. It's a tight squeeze. I'm not sure this is the right footprint for this potentiometer. Either that or the pins got bent in shipping. Either way is possible. I'm going to bend them around a little bit. There we go. And can I fit the fine one in there? I hope so. I'm going to stick this one down with a glob and then solder these guys. I'm going to start with these center pins here. Just to tack it down. These outer pins. And now these big guys, they're going to require a lot of heat. That went rather well. Oh, look at that. Piece of solder wicked through the board. There we go, and there's us almost done. Just need this pin block here. I'm glad they gave me a 6 block. It's a little bit less work than to try to get 2 blocks to line up. And then they look a little weird with a gap inside of them. And here we go. And there we go. It is completed. Only thing left now is to give it a test. Who votes that it's going to blow up? Comment in the description below.